Hi there, Stephanie of Stephanie Stitches here. Welcome to my channel where together we sew. If you're brand new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell for notifications so you'll know when I post up videos like this one or when I go live. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love seeing all of you here and your comments down below. So today is Vlogmas Day 24. I kind of have mixed feelings about today. I'm kind of a little bit glad to be done because it's been a lot of work to do this every single day, and I'm actually surprised that I stuck with it. But it's kind of sad too because I've really enjoyed talking to you guys every day, getting to know you, getting to see all the responses to your questions. That's been so much fun. Speaking of which, the question of the day yesterday was, what was your favorite pizza topping? That was from my husband. There was a lot of great yummy sounding pizzas out there. My favorite one would be veggie pizza. I like mushrooms, red onion, and green pepper on my pizza. So get that out of the way. Anyhow, getting back to what I was saying, I'm really like kind of in a weird spot because I want to keep going, but I really don't have time. And yeah, it's been a little bit of a difficult journey to do a video every day, but I'm gonna miss you too. So I hope you'll keep watching, stick with me. I'm not gonna be on a whole lot this next week because I'm gonna be gone at retreat, and really looking forward to that. But when I get back, I've got a whole lot of things planned for January. So I will announce a bunch of those at the end. If you are still interested in coming to the Georgia retreat, we actually had one person sign up yesterday, so you can still sign up. I'm gonna cut it off on Monday morning, but hey, you want a last minute trip? Come on along. We still have a couple spots left over. So that being said, today I want to announce the rest of the giveaway winners, and the giveaways will all go out on Monday. I've got some of them out for the month, but not all of them. From my birthday on, I didn't really get anything out, so that will all go out on Monday because they're ready to go. I just got not feeling well the one day, and then the next day it started snowing, and yeah, I wasn't going out today on Christmas Eve because it's probably a madhouse out there, so I'm going to take all those things to the post office on Monday. So the next set of giveaway winners are going to be listed from the 16th through yesterday here in somewhere in my video, so take a peek for your name, and don't forget to email me if you've won. And if you email me by Monday, I will get your package out with everybody else's. But if you don't email me till after Monday, that's okay, but just know that it will not go out until the new year because I won't be back from the retreat until the new year, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's pretty much all I've got now. Wait till the end because I've got a whole lot of announcements and fun things to talk about then. So let's get the advents open and then we'll chat some more. So here's the Cotton Cuts Advent Day 24. Now Cotton Cuts, you can either pick 24 or 31. I stopped at 24. To be honest with you, having the retreat next week, I didn't think I would have time to do videos ahead and make to 31, so that's why I stopped at 24. Ooh, nice blender. Okay, so we got another blackish gray blender yesterday, and now we got another one today, and I really love this one. I love dots on anything, and I love the dots that aren't all the same size, so this is perfect. And the card today says, be the person you want to have in your life. That is great advice. Okay, so Cotton Cuts, let's go to Sunny Path fabric. Here's the Sunny Path Fabric Advent, the last day, and this feels, oh, I think I know what this is. I can kind of sort of see it through the package, and I think I already have one of these from another Advent box. Yep, book calendar for 2023. Okay, so this will be going in a giveaway because I don't need two. You can only use one calendar. It is a nice little calendar that you can put in your pocketbook. There's places for notes, and there's the monthly calendars. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just already have one. And then in the front of it, you can put your information. And then on this side, I know you can't read it in the camera, but it says project stats, and it says project, and then you write what project is, fabric chosen, cut, pieced, backed, basted, quilted, bound. So it's a nice way to keep track of some of your projects too. And then you can also like put special dates in here. Like if you need a project done by a certain date, you can, like, in my case, I would make a big red circle so I wouldn't forget. But this is a nice little book, and I like the feel of the cover. It's like a, it's not just paper. It's almost got like a wax coating to it or something, but it's really nice and smooth, and I think it'll be very durable. So not a bad gift. I just already have one because it came in another Advent box. So I'll be sharing this one with one of you. Okay, so here's all the Sunday Path fabrics laid out. You can see all the solids from AGF and then all the designer line fabrics. Again, this is Little Town by Amy Sinibaldi, and I just love it. I love these PG pinks. The background is sort of like a very, very light blush cream color. Like the blue goes with that. The pink matches that perfectly. Like all of this goes together. I just love it. The one thing, and I'm not going to criticize because I actually really love this and I would get this again. But the one thing I wish they did, I was hoping that that thing on the last day was a pattern telling me what to do with all of this. Because when I don't have a full fat quarter bundle of a line, sometimes I'm not really quite sure what to do with things. But I will save this until I find the right project because I absolutely adore all this. So I'm really, really excited that I got this Advent and that I have this. Okay, I'm going to pick all this up and I'm going to show you. Oh, beautiful. And it feels so amazing. All the batiks. Here's all the Cotton Kits batiks. Spread them out just a little bit. There's a couple that I don't love, but for the most part, especially seeing them all together, I actually really love the majority of them. There's just one of the yellows that I don't care for, and then one of the purples that I don't care for. But when you get an Advent and you get this many different pieces of fabric, of course there's going to be a couple that you don't like because they have to cater to everybody, right? So I am not unhappy. I am very happy with this rainbow of color. I love the light ones on this end, the blenders, and then we got a really nice variety of the rainbow. So would I get this again? Yes, I love this. And I'm just starting to really love batiks. I haven't been a batik lover until probably I started liking them in the last year. And so I don't have a whole lot of them. I have a lot of designer fabric, cotton, but I'm just starting to get into this batik thing, and I definitely can see where my tastes are, like what I want and what I don't want. So that was a good thing with this too. It kind of gave me a sampling. So yeah, I would get this again. I love it. So here's all those. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing that recap of all the fabrics since it's the last day. I really love them now that I laid them out all together. So very excited that I got some amazing fabrics. So I want to do a quick review of all the Advents I opened. I opened the quilting gnome from, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that one. I opened that one for a few days at the beginning of Vlogmas, and you guys know it wasn't good. So I pulled that one from my channel, so that one I definitely won't get again. And I did email them and voice my frustration and displeasure with it because it was quite expensive, and most of the stuff in there was really, for lack of a better term, cheapy stuff. So, and they sold it as a Advent for quilters to help us finish projects, and there was nothing in there as a quilter that would help me finish projects. It was all basic sewing supplies that you would make a kit for like a teenager learning to sew. So I was quite disappointed in that one. So don't spend your money on that one. But the Missouri Star, which I opened with Steven, Missouri Star Quilt Company's Advent, that was fabulous. Now that one is pricey as well, but I would purchase it again if I have the money to, because I think that that one was definitely worth the money. We got so many projects in that box, which I love. I love that it wasn't just a bunch of stuff, right? Because most quilters, I know I do, and probably most of you out there, I know there's some newer quilters that don't have all the things, but I already have all the stuff. And I don't need any more stuff to fill my space, right? So I was really, really pleased with the Missouri Star advent because they gave us so many projects to do, and I've actually already done 2 of them. And so I'm really, really excited about that one. I would purchase that again, and I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. The cotton cuts. I love the cotton cuts batik fabric. I would totally get that again, and next year I might even get the 31 days instead of 24. I'm kind of sad that that one's over today because I would have liked just a few more colors to fill in the rainbow. So I think next year I might get the 31. As far as the notions, I won't get the notions one again. Again, I feel like a lot of it was for newer quilters or people that don't have a lot of stuff. And because I have my own shop, I have access to all the notions, and so I have everything I need. So and that's just me. It might have been great for other people, and I didn't dislike their notions, unlike some of the other advents. They had good notions. I just don't, most of the things that we got are things that I've already seen or don't need, so they're going to be duplicates or triplicates. So I'm passing those things on to you guys because maybe somebody out there needs it, but I wouldn't buy that one again just because it doesn't have, I didn't feel advanced notions or newer things that I haven't seen. So I wouldn't get that one again, but that's, like I said, personal preference. It wasn't bad though. So if you don't have all the things, that would be a good one to get. Okay, so moving on, the Ginger Quilter box. Again, I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it. There was a lot of things in there that I won't use. A lot of things that I already had. My favorite thing in that one was probably the Christmas tree coasters that were made of bamboo, and I actually already had them, but I'm okay that I got a couple more because I had a set, and now I have enough for everybody in my family to have a Christmas tree coaster. That was my favorite thing in that box, that and probably the Aurifil thread. Everything else was kind of, again, if you're new to quilting, I think it was great and you would love it. I'm not so new to quilting. I've got all the things, so I wouldn't buy that one again. So that's just me. You guys might have loved it, and I actually didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. It's just I have all those things. I got probably between all the boxes, what, 3 or 4 of those Cindy's seam rippers and a couple of the calendars. So I definitely won't get multiple advents next year that have notions. Next year I will probably get, if I'm able, because you never know, circumstances can change, I will probably get the Missouri Star box, and I will get the Cotton Cuts batiks, and that may be it. Just because everything else I feel like doesn't fit me. Oh, except for the Sunny Path fabrics. Now that one I found through an Etsy search. My shop's on Etsy, most of you know that, and I was really trying to support a small business and trying to find an advent through a small business. And oh my goodness, I don't know if this is their first year. I don't know if they've done it before, but I feel like that was a very good advent. I love all the fabric that I got. That art gallery fabric is just gorgeous. I love the fabric line. I love the solids. And she didn't put a bunch of filler in. I feel like some of the boxes they put they'll put a couple of days of good things and then they'll put a few days of filler stuff that you don't really want or need. I don't feel like she did that at all. I felt like everything we got was great. Even the calendar on the last day, I already got one from one of the other advents, but if I hadn't, I'd be excited to have that because that's something I can throw in my purse. So I really like that too. The only thing that was lacking with that one is I would have liked a pattern to go with all that fabric, but it's okay. I'm a little bit of a pattern hoarder. I've got plenty of patterns, so I'll just have to find one that will work with all those beautiful fat quarters. I think it's more like I want somebody to tell me which pattern to use with it so I don't screw up with the beautiful fabric. So that's just a little bit of my review on the advents. You can take it as you will, leave it as you will. That's, like I said, it's all my opinion and from my perspective and from what I like and what I don't like, and we all have different, tastes. So, okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is, you guys all know that Stephen Bland, Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter, he's a friend, and we had a great time opening the Missouri Star advent boxes together, and all of you said, we want more. So stay tuned, because coming in January, Steven and I are going to do some collabs together. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the made projects from the Missouri Star Advent. I've already made 2 of the projects. I know Steven's made at least 1 of them. There were some really good projects. There was a couple that we were like the embroidery, but that's just because neither of us embroiders or hand embroiders. You know, we sew on a sewing machine. So pretty much all the projects that you saw that can be sewn on a machine, and maybe one other, we are going to do, and we're going to show you. So stay tuned for that. I hope you'll stay subscribed to my channel and to Steven's channel, which is Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. So you can see our progress on those, and we're also going to do some other collabs, so we'll announce that soon. Let me see. I had to write all the things down because I can't remember anything anymore the older I get. Okay, so I haven't done up until Vlogmas. You guys know I did my UFO videos. That will be coming back in January. I wanted to continue that this month, but with making a Vlogmas video every day and some of the other boxes that came in, the subscription boxes that I wanted to show you, I just really ran out of time. And to be honest with you, you guys remember I was sick for a little while. I really didn't sew a whole lot this month, to be honest with you. So I didn't have a lot to show you. But I'm going to rectify that because next week at the retreat, I'm going to sew. I'm not going to have kids. I'm not going to have husbands. I'm not going to have anything interrupting me. I'm not going to be making a video every day, so I'm going to sew. So the following week, I will come back and show you my UFOs or whips, and we'll start back into that again. Because I know a lot of you said you've missed that. A couple of you has told me that. And I really enjoy doing it because it does keep me moving forward on those things. So that'll be back the week after New Year's. Also, the week after New Year's, so it would be, let me think first, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, the 6th, Saturdays with Steph. Okay, so Saturdays with Steph. Today I will have a Saturdays with Steph. It's going to be really short, about 30 minutes or so. My friend Yvette will come on, and we're just going to come on and say Merry Christmas to all of you, because we're not going to see you for a little bit, and we're going to miss seeing you guys. I actually think that Yvette might be continuing Vlogmas, but she's going to pre-record them. I just didn't have time to do that. So we're going to come on and just chat with you for a little bit, and it's going to be a quick Saturdays with Steph, so I hope you can join me for that. It's this evening, live at 5, and then next Saturday will be a Saturdays with Steph, but it'll be a different Saturdays with Steph. So it'll be later in the evening. Normally I'm live at 5 every Saturday, 5 Eastern Standard Time. It's not going to be until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a New Year's Eve live from the Georgia retreat. So I hope you can join us. I hope you can come to my YouTube channel and watch what we're doing. But here's the fun thing that I'm going to do this time that I haven't done before. If you would like to join in and you're willing to be on camera, you have to be on camera, and come on through Zoom, you're welcome to join the party that way. If you would like to do that, please send me an email and say I would like the Zoom link for New Year's Eve, and I will send that to you. Now, once the live starts, I'm not going to be able to send you the link. That will be too difficult to be sending people link and letting people in, so you'll have to be signed in by 10:30. That doesn't mean you have to sit there from 10:30 to midnight. You can wander around your house, and if you do that, turn your video off and all that. But if you would like to join in and be on the live, and don't forget the live will be projected to YouTube, so if you don't want people to see you on YouTube, don't come on the Zoom. But if you would like to be a part of that, definitely reach out and I will send you a link for that. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now on New Year's Day, what do a lot of us do on New Year's Day? Not much really, right? We're recovering from the holidays. I will be driving back from the Georgia retreat, but my friend Steven, again, Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter, he will be having a New Year's Eve all day live sew along. So you're welcome to join him. Head on over to his channel. Under his videos there, I think he's got everything he's posted this week. There's a link to go into the Zoom, and you can zoom in and meet all, you know, some quilters or crafters or friends of Steven's and get to know some new people. And I think that would be a great fun day for you guys if you have nothing else to do. If I wasn't driving, I would definitely be there sewing, but I am going to come in while I'm driving just to you know, have somebody to talk to for a little bit, or have a few people to talk to for a little bit. So you might want to check that out. I will link to his channel down below. Everything I'm talking about, I will link down below. The other announcement that I had is Sean, the guy who sews. A lot of you know him. He's another friend of mine. Today at 8 a.m. this morning, he's going to have a video that he has recorded with a whole bunch of YouTube creators, including myself, and a lot of names that you guys know and watch. And he's put together something really, really cool. And I want to personally thank him for this, because I think it's neat that he did this and had this idea. He had us come on individually and film with him and show our favorite quilts. And so you're going to get like a trunk show from all these different creators. So I think that's going to be really cool. So I hope you'll check that out. Again, that's here in just a little bit at 8 a.m. So make sure you check that out. I will also link directly to his video down below. Let me see, is there anything else? Making sure I don't forget anything, because I usually forget things and then I figured out after I turn the video off. Okay, so the last thing I had to talk about is my Saturdays with Steph. I'm going to go back to that again. I should have mentioned it earlier. But beginning January 6th, I'm going to have a block of the week star block sew along. The pattern will be completely free. It will not go up until the day of the sew along. You'll be able to download it from my website. So if you've been to my stephanies-stitches.com website before, it'll be in there. If you haven't been there before, that's okay. I will have each video scheduled right here on my YouTube, and you'll be able to see it for like upcoming lives. And in the description box underneath that video, there will be a link for you to go get a free PDF download. So I'm not going to know the fabric requirements ahead of time. I'm not going to be able to give you a whole lot of details. It's going to be a week by week thing that we're doing. I'm going to try to at least get you background fabric, at least an estimation of how much you need, things like that. But it's of course going to depend on what kind of fabrics you pick. So if I pick only like 3 or 4 colors, that'll vary compared to what you're going to pick. So I'm going to do it block by block. I'll give you the fabric requirements block by block, and you'll be able to get that in the morning. I would say around 9 a.m. every Saturday morning, and then we'll sew together at 5 p.m. on Saturdays with Steph. So that'll be coming up. I'm also still sewing the Fort Worth Fabric Studio Frozen Memories block of the week. That's going really well so far. I'm really enjoying that. So lots of fun things going on. So I hope you'll stick with me, stay with my channel, come back for all the things we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing lots of sewing in the new year, which is what I'm excited to do. I'm kind of excited to get back to sewing instead of so much talking. Not that I don't like talking to you guys, but it's not natural for me to talk this much. But it is natural somehow for me to sew a whole lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, guys. Well, if you can't make it tonight, because I know a lot of you are already going to be celebrating and with your families, I wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas. But if you can make it tonight, I'll see you then with Yvette. And I hope you head over to Sean's channel right after this video, because it's going to be starting real soon, and see the trunk show from all the creators, because I think that's going to be really cool. All right, guys. I hope to see you soon. Tonight, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and in the new year. Bye.